You guys notice anything? Anything different? I'll give you a second. Go ahead. Just take a look around. It's a little something. No, I'm kidding. It's very easy to notice. This is an entirely different space. So basically, kind of a last minute thing. I ended up moving in the last few days, and I'm currently staying with my grandparents to kind of just help them maintain the house and their health and stuff like that. So staying with family. So this office area will be where I'm shooting most of my videos at for at least the foreseeable future. But you know, I had to add my little touch, you know, my little Be Unreal, couple of cool things hanging around, but enough of that. So this is the new studio space, and the first video I'm very excited about to do in the new studio space is a review on this camera bag right here called the Voyager Camerabackpack. So this was sent to me by a company called Sunny 16. So just a disclaimer, they did send me this bag for me to review and to keep onto. However, they will not be telling me what I can and cannot say. They're not going to be like approving the video or anything like that. So this is going to be my completely honest review of what I think of this backpack, and I'm excited to check it out. So let's get into it. So before I even unbox, or rather unbag, this awesome camera bag, just to let you guys know the price, this is typically a $465 bag. It's definitely premium. We'll get into all the features and all that stuff in a minute. However, as of the time of making this video, it's actually on sale for $205. So there will be a link in the description if you do want to go check one out. And I will get a small commission if you do decide to buy. But again, I'm not here to sell you on it. I'm just here to give you my honest review. If you like it, you want to check it out, it'll help. That'd be great. But yeah, so typically $465. This bag is about half price right now. And if you really look at like a lot of like high quality camera bags, that's not a ridiculously outrageous price. That kind of falls right in line and stuff. So anyway, enough of that stuff. Let's go ahead and take this thing out of the bag, which by the way, I have to say, Sunny 16, absolutely amazing job on the packaging. This like plastic bag, it just feels so great. Hold on, let me give you guys a little ASMR real quick. For all my ASMR fans out there, you ready? Isn't that just so satisfying? So this is like, you know, and I'm very big on, you know, unboxing and the presentation, the packaging that companies use. So Sunny 16, already right out of the gate, gotta give you a 10 out of 10 for the packaging. So let's unzip this bad boy and take it out of the bag. Okay, so I gotta be honest, I totally took it out of the bag and the box that it actually came in earlier because I was way too excited. I just really wanted to get my hands on it and open it. But I you know what, I'm glad I did because it gave me a chance to check it out. And I also already set up my dividers and stuff. Now, typically I would do like a top-down shot for something like this, and I would really show you the ins and outs, but I'm just gonna kind of walk through some of the features of the bag, show you, and then what you'll see after that is me actually out and about testing out the bag. The bag is called the Voyager, and one of the cool features, which I'll get more into in a second, is the fact that the material is like really heavy duty and waterproof. So again, considering that it's called the Voyager backpack, it's a cool looking bag. It's kind of geared toward like, you know, adventuring in the outdoors. So I'm gonna take this thing out with me tomorrow and go test it outdoors, out and about, see how it holds up and how things fit in it and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's jump into the features of this bag. First and foremost, like I said a few seconds ago, the material, it's a waterproof waxed canvas and waterproof tarpaulin, if I'm saying that right, which I'm probably not. But basically, just so you guys know from touching it and having my hands on it, it is a super quality build. Like the materials, the style of it, it's all very quality. The buckles, everything here is metal. The straps are leather, I believe. So yeah, it is definitely a very high quality backpack. The build quality is definitely there. And it's also very stylish. Like you could easily kind of walk around the city with this thing, and a lot of people probably wouldn't even know that it specifically is a camera bag. One of the awesome features about it as well is that it actually has a portable charger slot right here. So basically you can connect a USB wire to the slot right here and then charge your phone or whatever else you need to charge kind of in your pocket as you're walking. You don't have to worry about putting it in your bag or tucking it away. You still have the easy access. And then what you would do is you would just connect an external battery bank inside the bag with the wire, which I'll show you guys in a few minutes. But yeah, so that's another great feature. Again, this bag is really geared toward like the adventure. So the idea of being able to take this thing wherever with you, you don't have to worry about, you know, it looking or being clunky or out of style. You don't have to worry about this thing getting wet or dirty or anything like that. It's definitely durable, and it's definitely got a ton of features that can last you for like an all-day adventure. So as you can see here, this little top folding part has a leather strap that you can unbuckle, which reveals this little top slot. I think on the site they tell you that you should use it, or it's recommended to use or whatever for like clothing and stuff, but honestly, once you get a bag, any bag really, you can kind of customize it how you want. And that's very true with this bag as well, which is one of the reasons I like it so much. So yeah, if you check it out, the top slot opens. That wire right there is the wire from where you would connect your portable charger to be able to charge with the slot out here. This is a nice little top spot. You can put like some extra shirts or maybe like an extra pair of pants or something like that. It's definitely deep enough to at least fit, I would say, probably an outfit. Or, you know, if you want to just quick access to your camera or some other stuff, like whatever you want to put in here, you got a ton of options. And then once you unfold this, it also reveals this zipper right here, which leads to another pocket. And it's pretty deep. You can see how far my hand goes down in there. That's a pretty deep pocket. So this, you can probably put all kinds of stuff if you want it in there. Then you also have these straps in here. Now these are magnetic, which is really cool because it's easy, you know, easy open, easy access. And then you got some slots in here if you want to put maybe like some pens and you know, notepads and things like that, or if you wanted to put your cell phone or your wallet or something in here. The magnetic straps are definitely you know, strong enough and durable enough that you probably don't have to worry about anybody, you know, sneaking up on you or your stuff falling out of your bag. Speaking of people sneaking up on you, one of the absolute best things about this bag is that it has these anti-theft zippers right here on the clamshell design, and I'll open up the back of this in a few minutes, but I don't know if you can really tell. I'll try to get the camera a little bit closer, but basically it has these zippers that you can kind of connect like a lock or something to, so that if, you know, somebody's trying to sneak up behind you, trying to open your bag, it's a clamshell design, so they would have to pretty much be like touching your back and your neck to even unzip this. But if that wasn't enough security and peace of mind, you also have, like I said, the lockable zippers here. So that is super clutch, because if anybody out there knows, obviously if you're looking at getting a camera bag or if you already have one, camera gear is expensive. And there would be nothing worse than having, you know, a couple $1,000 or even a couple $100 worth of camera gear stolen literally right off your back. So I definitely think you don't have to worry about that at all when it comes to this bag. I'll come back to but for the time being, let's go over to this side right here. So this is a nice flexible mesh like water bottle pouch, but you can also use it as a tripod holder, and they include this nice strap right here, which just very conveniently kind of slides in there. Come on, where did it? Okay. It very conveniently slides right in there, and it's also adjustable, so if you needed to put a tripod here, it would stand up here. You got a nice amount of space right here, and you can secure a tripod there with no issue. Back over to this side, as I mentioned before, you've got the portable charger slot, and then you've also got the side access pouch, which, to be honest with you, I typically don't like or use side access pouches. I don't have anything against them, I just have never really found much of a use for them. However, I did already set up the dividers, and just because I want to try something new, I actually set my camera slot down here. So I'm going to have the quick access slot, and I'll probably show that off when I take this thing out tomorrow. So yeah, if you are one of those people who does enjoy that, then you've got that side access slot, and that could be for your camera or your drone or your phone or whatever you want. So you've got that quick easy access slot here, as well as another slot at the top, like I said, so that you don't have to actually open the entire back in order to get into the bag. Underneath the bag, you'll see that there are these two straps here, which you can remove if you want. And this is also another option for holding a tripod. And again, just like with the side access pouch, I don't typically like to use underneath straps for tripods, but I'm probably gonna put a Joby GorillaPod in this slot tomorrow, because again, I just want to try something new and see, you know, how this bag can really work while doing things that I'm not typically used to or that I don't typically enjoy or capitalize on. Just to really showcase again how versatile this bag is and all the things that it has to offer. So again, if you look underneath, straps if you wanted to put a tripod underneath here. Another thing I really like about the bottom here, and some people might not think it's a big deal, but for me it's a massive quality of life thing, is these rubber feet down here. So what these are going to do is help the bag stand upright. When you've got a ton of gear in it, that's especially helpful because you don't want this thing to be tilting over with all your gear in it and something gets knocked around or knocked loose, or a lens breaks or something like that. You don't want that, so having those rubber feet at the bottom is definitely going to help keep the bag upright. And then lastly on the bottom here is kind of a hidden little zipper pouch. And again, this also has a good amount of space, so you could put something like, again, a cell phone, wallet, keys, accessories, lens filters, whatever you want to put. Like I keep saying, that's one of the things I like most about this bag is the fact that you can really customize it, and you have so many different like pouches and carrying space, and I really think you can't get enough of that stuff, especially in a small form factor. This bag is a lot smaller than the one I typically use, which is why I was excited to get it, because I needed something smaller. But despite the fact that it is a small or like regular size bag, you still have a ton of storage space. So you're not really losing out. You're not having to compromise between having a big bag, or a small bag and then losing the space. You can kind of get the best of both worlds. So that's something I really like about this bag. Then on the back, you've got this breathable mesh pad here. There's a couple of these. And that's gonna help with just comfort, airflow, so that this thing isn't making you sweat your butt off, especially if you're out adventuring. You don't want to be feeling all that heat on your back. So it's nice that they've got this nice breathable material here. It's gonna be very comfortable. The straps are also padded, so that'll be very comfortable. And then it has this cool little strap right here, so you can kind of slip that onto like a suitcase or something like that, and then have an easier way to roll around through the airport. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the outside and the build of this backpack. Now I'm going to open up the clamshell back and show you guys what it looks like inside the bag. So here is the inside of the bag, and like I said before, I did get in here earlier and set up the dividers. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have a bad history of not being very good with organizing and creating different dividers and slots. And that has not changed. And I don't know if you can see this, but this is already coming apart. Nothing in here is really even. But guess what? I already put my camera in this earlier. I put my gear in there. I know that it works for me. That's all that matters. So you get all these dividers though, 2 of the really long ones, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe, or 6 of the smaller pieces. So again, common theme here. You can really customize this how you like it. It's a pretty decent size. If you wanted to just it's nice too, because even if you want to use it as just like a regular backpack and maybe put like some clothes or something in here, you can just gut this thing, take the dividers out, and use it as a regular backpack too. And that's why, like I said, I love that it's so stylish, because most people probably wouldn't just see this and know it's a camera bag. Some of those camera bags, even the one that I use, which is the Low Pro, it looks very much like a camera bag, or it looks like this big turtle shell on your back. This thing is going to be a lot more stylish, so even when you don't have your camera in it, you can still walk around and it looks like a regular old nice backpack. If you look here, you have a laptop slot, and I believe this can fit up to a 16-inch laptop, which is going to be probably most laptops, if not all laptops. I don't know many laptops that are bigger than 16 inches, and if they are, you're probably not throwing them in the bag anyway. So you've got that slot though to fit pretty much any laptop, and then you have another slot here if you wanted to put like a tablet or some notepads or something, whatever. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm gonna say it again. It's very customizable. You can do whatever, however you like with this bag, and it has so many use cases. That is the reason I was so excited to get it, and that's why I'm so excited to show it off to you guys. So yes, many different options here, very customizable, very stylish. All that is well and good, and I hope that was some useful information for you all. But now, the next clip you will see is going to be me out and about in the wild, in nature, using the Voyager backpack on my voyage, if you will. So what I'm going to do next is a cool magic trick where I'm going to snap my finger, and then it's going to be daytime and I'll be outside. So here we go. All right, so I am down by the river. I'm going to just walk around and kind of show off the bag a little bit, but I want to show you guys how I've got it set up. So right now in these front slots right here, I got my SD card case, some ND filters, which are an absolute must. And then I have my keys and my wallet all tucked in right here. Underneath, and I don't typically do this, but underneath I put a Joby Gorilla Pod. I like having the Gorilla Pod mostly when I'm out and about, because you can wrap it around like trees or a pole or something like that and get some cool shots. For the most part, I prefer my little Manfrotto Pixie Mini, which is also in the bag if I'm vlogging and stuff, but especially when you're by yourself, which I'm not today. I got Kirk and JP over here, but when I'm by myself, this comes in clutch because you can kind of set it up in places that you really can't with other ones. So got that underneath. And then in the water bottle pouch, we've got a water bottle. So always stay hydrated, drink your H2O. And then I will open up the back for you guys. And then on the inside, I brought for today, I actually got a lot of stuff in here. I've got my GoPro Hero 9 with a bunch of accessories and extra batteries and stuff, my battery bank and my phone charger. So like I said, plug in the battery bank and then you can plug the charger in externally if you needed to do that. So that's good. Got my drone controller and my drone. So if you want to fit a drone in here, more than big enough to do that. I've got my camera with just, you know, a relatively compact zoom lens. And this is kind of the lens I would bring out if I just didn't know what I needed. It's a 28 to 70, so for the most part I could do most of what I need. And like I said, I've got that in the side access slot so that if I need to, I can also just pull right out of the side. Typically, I don't like using those side access slots, but I'm trying some new stuff today, and we're gonna show this bag off a little bit. Batteries, extra batteries for the drone, extra camera battery, all kinds of batteries in here. And then I've got my vlogging mic, which is the Rode Video Mic Go. This is the other tripod I was talking about, which I typically use for vlogging. So yeah, I mean, I've got a ton of stuff in here, and it still actually is more compact than what I would normally bring around with me in my low pro bag. But yeah, like I said, you can still fit a bunch of stuff in this. So what I want to do now is kind of just walk around with it through the woods, splash it up a little bit, test out that waterproof, and see how this thing can do. Alright, so as you guys just saw, I pretty much dunked this bottom half of this bag underwater, basically. Now, like I said, they say it's weatherproof, it's waterproof, the material, but obviously I'm sure most people are not going to be dunking their bags underwater, but I had to just test it out. You never know, and just in case, and I will say it's not too bad. There is definitely a little bit of seepage. I'm not sure if you guys can really see right there. It definitely got a little wet on the inside, so it's not completely like weatherproof. It's definitely prone to still having water leak inside the bag if it's submerged. But if you're just out and about and it's raining or something like that, like, you know, normal people would probably have it out, you know, the material is definitely waterproof in that regard. You don't have to worry about this thing getting, you know, rained on or anything like that. So for the most part, I'd say you can probably bring this out anywhere. Just don't submerge it underwater and you'll be fine. Alright, so now that I've had a chance to take this thing out and really test it out and use it, I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on the Sunny 16 Voyager V2 camera backpack. Now let me start with the price. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, this bag is originally priced at $465. And like I mentioned earlier, that's not necessarily a ridiculous price inherently for a camera bag. There are definitely expensive camera bags that cost several hundreds of dollars. However, I think this bag makes a lot more sense at the sale price that it's currently at, which is $209. Don't get me wrong, it's a great backpack. It does a lot of really good things, but I just don't see it as being something worth $465. You're talking almost $500 for a backpack. If you're gonna spend money like that, I think it should just be a little bit more bang for your buck. And like I said, I think this makes much more sense at the sale price around $200 or so. So I cannot in good conscience sit here and give my recommendation if the thing is at full price, but it seems like something that may be frequently on sale, and if that's the case and you can catch it at that sale price, then I definitely think it would be a worthwhile pickup. I just think that this bag doesn't necessarily do anything new. There's nothing, you know, proprietary about it that no other camera bag is doing. It's sort of like a jack of all trades. It has a lot of cool features. It's got the interlocking zippers, it's got all the customizable pouches on the inside of it, it's got the waterproofing, it's got a ton of cool features, like I said, But again, nothing that you can only find in this camera bag. And because of that, that's kind of the reason why it's also hard to justify its original price point, because if it's gonna be that expensive, it kind of has to offer something that other bags don't really offer. Now, I don't know for sure, maybe the exact material that they use on this bag is the only bag that has that material, but I know for sure that there are other bags that are like weatherproof or waterproof or resistant or whatever that exist. So I can't say that this bag is the only bag that does that. I think where this bag really shines is honestly the cross between being a durable camera bag that you can fit a ton of stuff in, but also looking stylish. And it's something I've mentioned already, but it really is one of the most stylish camera bags I've seen. And as I said before, I really think that if your average person was looking at this bag, it just looks like a very fancy backpack. It doesn't inherently look like a camera bag, which in some ways might be something a lot of people would like. I think the target audience for this backpack, and Sunny16 clearly knows it, as evidenced by the naming of the bag. They called it the Voyager. It's definitely for people who are traveling, who are moving around a lot, who want to have a good amount of space but also don't want it to be clunky, but they want to be able to just walk around the city with this thing and look stylish. I think it definitely is for those kind of people. It is an excellent cross between style and durability and functionality. I definitely did not give it a fair shake in my water test because, like you saw, I kind of submerged it, so it was wet a little bit, but after just a few hours it dried out. It's not like a mildewy smell or anything like that, and like I said, odds are you're not going to be submerging this bag. I just did it kind of just to see how it would handle it. But yeah, as far as like taking it out in the rain or, you know, being near the water or on a boat or something where water might hit the bag, you're going to be just fine in those scenarios. Now, when you're watching any kind of review or you're looking to get anything, honestly, what it ultimately boils down to is what fits your need. What item is going to best serve you for what you need to do? And for me, this bag fits a need that I have, because the other camera bag that I have that I normally use is very big, it's very clunky, and I often pack almost everything I have into it. So this bag is going to be great for those times when I'm on vacation or I'm taking a city trip or something like that, and I just want something where I can fit some gear in, I can go vlogging for the day, maybe take some pictures and stuff, and be able to still have space for other things that I might need, my phone, my keys, my wallet, things like that. And it looks good, honestly. I can't go on enough about how stylish it is. I really love the look of this bag. So ultimately, would I recommend purchasing this camera bag? At its original price point, no, I just can't do that. But if you can get it on sale, or if you were to get it secondhand or something like that, or with a discount code, then yeah, I would definitely say that it's a bag that would be worth that kind of money, just not quite the original asking price. One thing I can say with absolute certainty is that I will definitely be using this bag a lot. It's definitely going to start to be like my daily driver. It fits that need exactly for me, and like I said, if that's something that you think you fall into that category, or you feel as if this bag kind of serves those purposes, then go ahead and check it out. And just a reminder, there is a link in the description of this video if you do want to go check the bag out and you do want to go grab one. And like I mentioned before, I get a commission, so that would be super helpful. But like I said, if this is something that you think fits your need at that price, the sale price, I would definitely recommend this bag. Hopefully I was able to touch on all of the bases and give a thorough, in-depth look at this bag so that you can kind of take the information, do with it what you will, and make an informed decision. That's really the whole point of reviewing, and that's why I like reviewing items, is because when I get my hands on something that I'm excited about, I want to show people it, and I want to talk about the best and worst things about it, and just be completely honest. So like I said, definitely a great bag, a lot of great features, nothing special about it, and definitely originally overpriced. But if it's something that fits your need, if you want something that's stylish and durable, and if you can get it at that sale price, highly recommend. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you think. Is this a bag that you could see yourself buying or wearing, and why or why not? Drop a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, because I do a ton of reviews on tech and camera gear. So that's it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.